Listen up. The views, thoughts, and opinions expressed in this podcast belong solely to the podcast participants, and not to any participant's employer, organization, committee, or other group or individual. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. You know, for fun. So lighten up and enjoy. You were mouthing along to the words.
You know.
Almost like you memorized them.
For fun.
Welcome to episode 58, everybody.
50 what?
Episode 58.
50 what?
Where we give thanks.
Thank you.
It is the Thanksgiving 2019 episode in which you hear exciting news.
Oh my God.
Hear
so much excitement.
The things we're thankful for. And we're going to tell you about what we're entertaining ourselves with these days and make some recommendations. So, without further ado, I give you the Soft Serve Podcast.
The Soft Serve Podcast.
Creamy, delicious ideas without the creepy truck.
I want a creepy truck.
Is that what you want for a holiday?
One of these days, we are going to do this podcast with a creepy truck.
Creepy trucks.
We're going to have creamy, delicious ideas and a creepy truck.
Creepy.
Welcome to episode 58. Who would have thought we would have ever got here?
What does a creepy truck look like?
I don't know. I think it's just a white van without any markings.
Yeah.
So here we are.
That's pretty creepy.
I didn't think this episode would happen this week.
Why?
We'll talk about why. I was really tired today.
Oh.
And let's be honest. I'm ready to quit this whole endeavor.
Oh God, every week we have to have this conversation.
Because we need to have the conversation.
We don't have to have the conversation.
I need to find a way for this to bring me joy again.
Isn't talking to me bring you joy?
Yeah, it does, but I need more out of this podcast than just talking to you. I get the pleasure of talking to you all the time.
But now our listeners get to listen to us talk to each other all the time.
Oh, yay. They are thrilled. Well, welcome to episode 58, everyone. This is your host, Sawtooth Frank. This is your other host, Stomping Jen. Say hello, Stomping Jen.
Hello, Stomping Jen.
There she is, doing that thing she likes to do. Saying, hello, Stomping Jen.
Why is that?
I don't know, so
Alrighty.
We told you what's going to be on the show. So we're going to start off like we always do. We're going to ask you, if you're not already subscribed, to subscribe.
Subscribe.
On your favorite podcasting app. Or on Spotify. We're on Spotify.
Or on Spotify.
Yep. Listen to the episodes. Download the episodes. Share with a friend. Tell a friend. Help build the community.
Do all the things.
This is the Thanksgiving episode.
We're thankful for you.
Well, we're going to talk about that. That may or may not be on my list of things I'm thankful for.
Yeah, the list you didn't prepare me for.
Is our small but growing, dedicated group of listeners. I'm thankful for them. I wish you were.
I literally just said that.
So what we'll say to our friends is this. Share with a friend. Mm-hmm. Help grow this community.
They'll thank you.
Okay?
For sharing.
It may take us 10 years to become a phenom.
A phenom.
But we'll get there. Together. Take our hands. Share with a friend. In the end, we'll be really popular. We'll get on the top 10 list of Apple's top podcasts. Okay? That's what we want. And listen,
Alrighty.
if you're inclined, leave us a review. But I don't give a shit about that anymore, really.
No.
What about you?
I like to hear people comment.
What do you mean? On the social media?
Just in general.
All right, so
I like people to engage.
All right, engage. Like Picard. Engage.
Engage.
Number 1. Engage. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on Twitter. You can find us on WhatsApp.
What is that?
Find us on Pornhub.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
And if you can, I'm really sorry.
Oh, yeah, we're on Pornhub. You better believe it.
Oh, my God.
Cameras all over this house.
It's not British porn.
Oh, hello. Anyways, we're all over everywhere. The Soft Serve Podcast. You just got to look. It's like turning over a stone and you find an insect. We are the insect of the podcast world.
Yeah, speaking of insects.
You could tell that story later if you want.
I'll write it
okay?
down.
Put it on the news.
Mm-hmm.
News and shout-outs.
Okay.
So before we go into news and shout-outs, it is the time where we announce our show Beverage. As Stomping Jen reminded everybody 2 episodes ago, I believe, we're back on the sauce. So this evening, we are drinking Jack Daniels. Plain old Jack Daniels.
Black.
Old number 7.
What happened to 1 through 6?
Engage. Nobody knows what happened to 1 through 6. Do you want me to tell you a story about what happened to 1 through 6?
Sure.
I got nothing. Sorry.
That was going somewhere.
You called my bluff. I wasn't ready
Oh, my Jesus.
with the story.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have so much to talk about. We better
I know. Let's
jump
get
right
going
into
because
it.
we have TV to watch tonight, right?
And we have so much
Okay.
to talk about.
Here comes the news bumper. Hold on to your hats. Listen to that scream. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Isn't that nice? Listen to that heartbeat. So, Stomping Jen,
Yeah.
the first item on our list
Yeah.
is, I want you to talk about this. This is something that you had been looking forward to for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about it on this podcast before.
I talked about getting the tickets.
Yep. So I want you to tell our listeners about the Thursday, November 21st Tool concert we attended. Go on.
We went and saw Tool.
Is that it?
Yeah, so Ted and Sawtooth and I got in our car and drove all the way to Mohegan for an epic
Where is Mohegan?
Sun.
Tell
in
our
Connecticut.
listeners, we have listeners in Australia.
Yeah, they should.
We have listeners
know where
in
Mohegan Sun is.
We have listeners in Peru. We have listeners in where is we?
I don't believe it unless they leave us a review. I don't believe it.
No, I can show you the downloads.
They
We have
could just
listeners all over the world.
Bots.
They're not bots.
All right. So, anyways,
Bots don't subscribe and download podcasts. Oh, Jamaica. We have listeners in Jamaica.
so we went and saw Tool. It was amazing.
What is Tool? Tell people what Tool is.
I don't.
Oh, don't be a goddamn fanboy. You can describe what Tool is. I'll do it. It's a progressive metal band from the 90s. Why won't you say that?
What?
Don't put my favorite band in a box, man.
That's not what I was. I literally don't know what genre they'd fall into.
You do know what genre they fall into.
Anyways, they are very heady, trippy.
You might know this song.
What is that?
Why can't these young bees sober just want to roll this over.
Anyways,
Every shadow creeping on you, every shadow coming here,
that's
every shadow in your rectum, every shadow in your ear. Why can't these young be sober? Just want my dog to roll over.
Are you done? Are you done?
I want what I want, what I want. That's Tool, everybody.
It was
Go on.
Sawtooth Frank's impression of Tool. It wasn't Tool.
What I want. What I want.
Go ahead.
What I want. What
Yeah.
I want.
You had been waiting for this concert for months. All you have to say is you went to it?
It's a spiritual experience. Like, what do you...
You could describe the stage, you could describe the audience, you could
Alright, so
describe the visuals, you could describe the music they played, you could
I
describe
think it's more interesting
the
if
no
you...
cell phone policy, you could
I think-
describe how people were thrown out of the concert because they were
Here you go.
recording.
All right, so I think you are the better person to talk about.
Why am I the better person?
Because it's too close.
Besides being obviously the better person, but why am I the better person?
I'm too close to the source material, and you are
Too
doing,
close to the source material. What, did you write it?
You are doing a fantabulous job of bringing up all these things. But please don't sing that awful rendition of non-representative of their music.
Why can't we
So,
all be
I guess for people who
sober?
aren't familiar with the band, they last came out with an album 13 years ago. So they're touring in support of this new album.
Wrong. They last came out with an album 2 months ago.
Right. Previous to that was 13 years.
Right.
Right. So, and they're from the 90s. And,
2006, I believe.
This was the...
All right, let me break it down for you,
yeah,
okay?
Please. Okay, go ahead.
Tool, like I said, is a progressive rock band from the 90s. They have a rabid following.
Mm-hmm.
Their music is
true.
Their music is quite good, actually. I actually do like their music, despite making fun of it here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm mostly doing that to try to get under your skin.
Yes.
I can see it's working.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what that weird thing is.
It's the
What
beginning
was-
of Sober.
So what was your... Okay, so they played a variety of music across their albums.
Yep.
Not a heck of a lot of their earlier stuff.
Yeah, they did not play Sober.
They played one song off of the album that you're referring to, which is Undertow,
Right.
which is they had an EP before that, and then they
But
had...
I have sung Sober for everybody, so no one needs to actually listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
So, this concert was at a casino in Connecticut called Mohegan Sun in the arena.
The arena was small.
And we decided when we bought the tickets to bring our 12-year-old with us to his first real rock concert.
Right, rock concert being the...
Yep.
Right.
So we got there with him. It seemed a little overwhelming to him. I mean, the crowds were huge, massive. There's a lot of jostling, drinking, smoking pot going on.
He seemed fine.
Yeah, so we got our seats, which were quite decent.
Yeah.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
And
You're welcome.
the band took the stage. Was there an opener?
There was an opener, but we didn't bother racing down there to see the opener, considering
Yeah.
we knew it was going to be a long night. Do you want to call Mystery?
He doesn't want to be on this.
He's happy to be
I don't want
involved in the
somebody who's
conversation.
just happy to be involved in the conversation.
Well, I asked him if he wanted to talk about something specific, and he said no, but he's happy to join if you'd want to call him.
Is he doing anything to promote the show?
Just either yes or no. Come on,
What do you think?
call him.
Ugh.
Oh, but then we can't play the clips.
Right, we can't play the clips. Tell him we'll call him in a little bit when we do. Tell him to write a list of what he's thankful for.
Okay. I will give him an assignment.
We'll call him in about 25 minutes.
No, that's too long.
30 minutes. Well, listen. We could call somebody else.
Well, you bring up somebody.
I don't know. How do you do group calling on this?
All right. I needed to know before we went to the show what the set list was going to be. So I was pretty familiar with what they were going to play.
Yeah.
I was pretty pleased.
So you liked all the songs they played?
Yeah. I mean, there were other songs I would have been happy to hear, but I was pretty pleased with the...
Right. So we got in our seats. Ted and I had our earplugs in. Mm-hmm. You had earplugs in. They were loud. Mm-hmm. They were loud.
It's loud music.
Yep. Tool is just 4 guys playing their music.
And they have amazing visuals that they play.
Yep. And what is interesting, I read, is one of the band members, the guitarist, I believe, is a visual effects artist. Mm-hmm. He works on movies.
He's the one who created their videos back in the 90s.
Yes, he also worked on movies such as Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Mm-hmm. He was involved in that. Mm-hmm. So he's quite an accomplished video effects artist. So the visuals they were playing were very nice.
Yeah, so they're not just his visuals were being played, but there were other visuals as well. Like they use a very specific artist. His name is Alex Gray.
Alex Gray. Oh, I know him. He's the
the Church of the Sacred Mind.
Yes,
or whatever.
He is what you call a psychonaut.
Probably. I mean, the visuals are pretty.
What I mean by that, I don't mean that in a derogatory sense. He is somebody who is interested in exploring other realms of consciousness through the use of psychedelics. Right.
And also a lot of Tool's music explores some of these themes in some of their albums.
Now this Alex Gray guy, he is also an accomplished artist.
Yes. It's amazing, like fractal and anatomy.
Now, did you know many of these things that he draws are based on visions or experiences he's actually had while using psychedelics?
I could see that.
Yes, and how I know this is he's done a few interviews with Joe Rogan on the Joe Rogan Experience podcast, so it's worth listening to.
And there's
Why are you clearing your throat? Are you about to say something controversial?
That he has a shop with like merchandise on it.
Who?
Hint, hint.
Alex Gray.
Holidays coming up.
So, podcast listeners, if you want to get Stomping Jen a present for the upcoming holidays, you can go to the Alex Gray online store.
It's not Alex Gray. It's the shop. What is the name of the Church of the whatever? The spiritual.
The Church of the Sacred Mind.
It's the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors.
Okay.
The Chapel of Sacred Mirrors.
Okay.
Anyways, if you want to check that site out, you'll see like all the artwork that he's done for Tool over the years.
Check it out.
It's pretty cool.
So many hashtags I'm going to add now. Where's my pen? Throw me a pen.
There's a pen right there, though.
Thank you.
You just stole my pen. I mean, I gave it to you, but there's another pen right under the soundboard. Can you grab it?
Hold on.
Look, right there. Can I have it?
All right, so we name dropped Alex Gray, Joe Rogan again.
So, as Sawtooth mentioned, that the lead singer of the band, Maynard James Keenan, who is the front of 3 different bands, at every one of their shows, they have a no cell phone policy, and they're strictly enforced. So, as Sawtooth already mentioned, there were people that were kicked out for attempting to take pictures and or video. However,
I'm playing ethereal spiritual music because you're getting into this. Go ahead. You love Tool. Don't look at me that way.
I do love Tool.
Go ahead.
Anyways, they played one of my favorite. It's one song, but they split it into 2. It's like an intro song, and then it goes into the real song. Parable and parabola.
Parable and parabola.
Yeah, so they go together. because it's like an intro. It goes really slow and then it like picks up. And
because they rhyme, you mean?
No, it's all about paradigms and like it's all about like it's very spiritual. Like if you read the lyrics, but
you were clearly moved by this band and their music.
Wait, but so the best quote I saw in the article that was written about it was about how their catchiest song, which was 7 minutes.
Also my favorite Tool song.
Which is your favorite song?
Schism.
And includes 40 signature changes. I mean, this is just like
40 time signature changes.
Right.
Which has happened.
I don't know. It just like went in and out.
It's because you're blowing out the mic, but...
Wait, you tell me to talk...
I'm not talking to you about your mic technique. Go ahead.
Anyways, the musicians in this band are just truly incredibly gifted. And when they come together, the music that they make together is just incredible. So they did drop the... What?
No, listen to me. Hold on. I want to point out to people...
You didn't say anything.
Okay, I didn't say anything. I'm looking at the board and adjusting levels to compensate for Stomping Jen's mic technique, which should be a little more experienced at this point after almost 60 episodes. But I say nothing. I'm just literally looking at my levels and adjusting them, and she's yelling at me.
Anyways.
Go ahead. Keep talking about Tool, please. It's fascinating.
For the last song, they dropped their cell. He was basically like...
Who is he?
The lead singer was like, go have at it. Take out your cell phones and do what you want. Do what you want.
Right, now I will point out...
Just for the last song.
I will point out, Tool was dead serious about this no recording and no having cell phones. I saw 5 people get thrown out of the concert because they were recording the band.
I mean, I will say, even when they lifted the cell phone ban, I took literally one picture because I wanted to be in the moment. I didn't really want to, like...
You were fucking crazy. You could have been thrown out.
What? No, I took one picture when they said we could.
Oh, when they said we could.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because, like, literally everybody whipped out their cell phones.
Well, that doesn't make it right, you know.
But you took some video sound, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to find
audio.
it.
It was back in Thursday.
Keep talking. I'm trying to find it.
So, they also had a 12-minute quote-unquote intermission break right before the encore.
I somehow am unable to now locate this fucking video. Keep talking.
Oh, sorry. So, and then when they came back from their 12-minute intermission, they played a...
Here we go.
Drum solo.
All right, we're going to play some Tool
with
here.
A gong.
What did you think of
that?
It was awesome. Okay, we ready?
Yep.
This is when they said you could take out your cell phone and record it and post the stuff on social media.
Right.
So I'm assuming this is okay to play on the podcast because they gave us permission.
Mm-hmm. So
now, what song is this?
Stinkfist.
Stinkfist?
Stinkfist.
What the hell does that mean?
It literally is about sodomy.
That's disgusting. Now, why do you think this is about? Why do you think this is about sodomy?
Literally about sodomy.
I don't know why. I'm having trouble with your mic. It shouldn't be. I'm not. You don't need to argue with me. I'm just having technical trouble with your mic. Lift it up. Stay that distance. Now talk. That's better. Stay that distance away. Now, why do you think this is about sodomy?
It literally is about sodomy.
Tell me why. Quit saying it's literally about sodomy. Put down your phone, stop texting,
tell you the words.
And tell me why it's about sodomy.
I'm looking up the lyrics.
For such a dedicated fan, you don't know much about their songs.
This is the words. I don't want it. I don't need it. Show me that you love me. We belong together. Relax. Turn around. Take my hand. I don't want it. I just need it. To breathe, to feel, to know I'm alive.
I don't get it.
Actually, there's another one. It's about getting fisted. Stink fist.
What do you mean? What does that mean, getting fisted?
When you put your fist up in somebody's ass.
Ew.
No, there's another song. Sorry, that's not the sodomy song. There is another sodomy song. It's on Undertow.
So this is...
Christian sex is about sodomy.
So this is
This
about...
one is about getting fisted up the ass.
I don't know why you're blowing this mic out. I'm very confused. Okay. Alright, have we had enough of this?
I could listen to Tool all day, so...
Alright.
Anyways,
What?
just leave it on the background.
Leave it on the background?
Did you tape the whole thing?
Yeah, tape the whole song.
Literally the whole song?
Yeah. They told us to.
Okay.
They told us it was fine. Alright, everybody, so this is it. This is what Jen is spiritually connected to. Songs about getting fisted in the asshole.
I love it. I mean,
You love getting fisted in the asshole, or songs about
I
getting
just
fisted in the
I
asshole?
just love Tool.
Okay, well,
Listen to the music. Look, click it back up again.
hold on.
It's gonna go up. Signature change.
Well,
I wish you could see the visuals that are on this recording too.
yeah, it's somebody's
laser.
fist being jammed into somebody's ass. It's like watching Pornhub. This is awesome. Very spiritual. Now, is the idea of the song, stay with me here, is the idea perhaps that this is somebody who's so desensitized,
Yes.
maybe, to the world and
Yes.
to love and relationships, that they need such an extreme...
Yes. The
Um,
dog just put this on my foot.
oh. Why don't you tell people what this is?
It's a cat toy. I don't know why.
Okay, describe it.
She literally brought
Who
it
is
in
she?
here. The dog literally just brought it in here and put it on my foot. It's
Wow.
like a little snake thing with like crinkle paper and
This
feathers.
song about anal fisting really has you spun for a loop, doesn't it? Okay, now, so what, like I was saying, is the idea of the song that this person is so desensitized,
Right.
and perhaps has engaged in kind of progressively more intense sexual activity, that they need something so extreme
Yes,
to
you're
feel-
better with lyrics than me.
to feel anything?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so they're not advocating for, not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm just... All right, can we move along
Yes.
from this incredibly spiritual song? Okay. You look angry.
It's just ruining my
What's ruining?
nothing.
Are you...
Uh-oh.
Whoops. Are you... Did I do something wrong?
Nope. Okay, let's talk about... That was Thursday night. We got home. It was very, very late.
Let's talk about Tool, baby. Let's talk about you and me.
Ted was very,
Let's talk
very,
about all the fists that we can...
very
see.
tired.
Okay, yep.
Yeah.
What time did we get home from the Tool
It's
concert? Why don't you
12:30.
tell people? This was on a school night.
12:30.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, 12:30. Big yawn. Big yawn.
You
All
can
right.
call him Mystery.
He doesn't want to hear any of this stuff. Ugh.
What did we do Friday?
We went over some friends for dinner.
Shabbat dinner.
Yep. What is Shabbat dinner? Tell people.
It's where you say some prayers and welcome the day of rest in the Jewish tradition.
Yeah.
You have
Yep.
challah usually and wine
Yeah.
and light candles.
So thanks, friends. Our friends J and A
Yep.
invited us over.
Right, because Ted was sleeping over.
Right. Our friends J and A invited us over for dinner. That was awesome.
We had such a fun time.
Yep. And then Saturday we did nothing.
Right, it was just the three of us, me and you and Space Unicorn.
Yeah, just laid around and literally did nothing.
It's true. Did we watch TV or anything?
Yeah. I mean, I just laid around and read and I worked on my poem. That's what I did.
Poem?
Yeah, I got a good 4 hours in on that poem.
Yeah, how many pages is it now?
7.
Yeah, I don't think it's a poem anymore.
It keeps growing.
Yeah, I think it's like a novella.
No, I'm going to try to finish it. What happened was I started kind of a new section, and I've been trying to, there's like 3 main sections. I'm trying to weave the first and second section together.
That's fine.
And I haven't started the third yet.
Okay.
It's taking me a while.
20 pages long.
It literally may end up being 20 pages long.
That's fine. So Saturday we did nothing until...
What happened? What did we do?
We went and saw Frozen 2.
Oh, yeah. We'll do a review of Frozen 2
We'll do a review
later.
of that later. But we did go to a late afternoon showing of Frozen 2.
Yeah. We ate movie theater popcorn.
Yep. We went out for dinner afterwards.
Yeah.
We went with a huge group of Space Unicorns friends.
Yeah.
From like sports and stuff.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
Yeah.
We did get pictures from our friends whose house that Ted was sleeping over about Ted and his friend flying airplanes off of the roof.
Yeah.
And
fun. Look, that's fine. Mm-hmm. Getting randomly texted pictures of your kids standing on the roof.
Yeah, it happened.
They're 12-year-old boys. Mm-hmm. They'll do shit like that, right? All right, hold on. Before we call Mystery, I need to ask you something privately. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna mute. I'm gonna mute our mics and
play that weird music.
No. I'm gonna play the ticking clock. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hold on, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, we're back after our powwow. All right, are we calling our friend Mr. E?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to call him. Hold on. This is going to be a disaster.
Oh, also, while the phone is ringing, we bought a turkey.
Oh, you're mute. Sorry, you were muted. Go ahead.
We bought a turkey.
Yeah.
At
So
Whole
the
Foods.
big struggle I had was, do I buy a pre-brined turkey or am I going to brine it myself? Because I bought a brining kit.
So we decided to buy a not pre-brined.
Right.
At Whole Foods.
All right, let me find... Do we want to call Mr. E or should we try somebody else?
He's expecting our phone call now.
Oh, he is. All right, let's call him up. All right, here he comes. He may need his own music at this point.
Yes, we should make him some.
He may need his own music.
Hello.
Oh, there he is, Mr. E.
Hello.
Hi, welcome back to the podcast for 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. I think this is like the Mr. E podcast now.
It may be the mystery show. Oh, are you going to get wait, is he going to get a featuring?
Yeah, we should have a whole mystery corner.
Tagline? Oh, mystery corner.
Mystery corner.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, he could tell a riddle too because he's Mr. E.
That's right.
Oh, yes.
Solve the mystery with Mr. E. Anyway, Stomping Jen, we were just discussing whether or not I should create a bumper for Mr. E. We'll have to
explore that.
We'll have to explore this.
All right.
So we are
awesome.
we are transitioning into the talking about our Thanksgiving meal plans. Now, very interesting topic, Mr. E. I'm interested in any commentary you have to provide on this. Now, I was just discussing. So we bought our turkey over the past weekend, and we went to Whole Foods. And I should pull up my bumper about the assholes who shop at Whole Foods because I became one. Because
you were shopping at Whole Foods.
Well, no, I stood in front of the turkey container for about 20 minutes debating whether I should get a pre-brined turkey or an unbrined organic turkey. Now,
what did you go with?
I went with the unbrined brined organic turkey. Now here's why. I had a reason. This was not an arbitrary or capricious decision. I bought a brining bag at Bed Bath & Beyond.
And a meat thermometer.
And a meat thermometer. Now,
we take turkey cooking guidelines very safety very.
As I stood there,
well, you don't want to run afoul of anything.
Oh, that's a good one. I'm playing a turkey sound effect as a vote of approval. Oh, that's even better than the one I'm playing. Which one is Mystery? So I was standing there. Asking myself this question, debating. Now, if I buy a pre-brined turkey, this means I'm going to have to go back to Bed Bath & Beyond and return the brining kit.
Yeah, that seems
I did not want to do that.
Seems like too much work.
And I also I like brining.
Yeah.
I like the process. Have you ever brined, Mr. E?
No, I've always thought about it, but then I never did it.
It's quite easy.
I thought you were going to make this buttermilk thing. Did you?
I changed my mind.
Yeah, just
It's actually not gonna be quite as cold as I want it to be to do that.
So it'll be just traditional turkey.
I don't want to. The temperatures need to be the outside temperatures where I tend to do the brining in the garage. I throw the thing in a bucket. The brining bag
so appealing
with a bunch of ice, and if it's too warm outside, I'm just afraid the meat will get somehow contaminated. Yeah. So anyways, I went with the unbrined turkey. I am going to brine. I'm going to brine. The brining is going to start on Wednesday. So, and Stomping Jen has been busy menu planning.
Yep.
For our Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Now, Stomping Jen.
Yes.
What will be on the menu?
So I think what we're gonna have, we're gonna have some mixed roast potatoes, different varieties.
Mixed moist potatoes?
Uh-huh.
Go on.
We're gonna have roast Brussels sprouts if those Brussels sprouts don't go bad in the fridge.
They won't go bad. I love roasted Brussels sprouts, by the way.
I did buy a cauliflower just in case today.
We can have both.
We can have both.
Okay.
We ordered from our farm. We ordered some wild rice stuffing.
Okay.
And then I think I'm going to make a kale, apple, quinoa salad.
That sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
And for dessert, we're buying pies, right?
Squash biscuits.
Squash biscuits.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And then for dessert, I'm going to bake some chocolate chip cookies and a lemon pie. And we purchased a apple strudel and a pumpkin pie.
You know we're only 5 people, right?
Yes. So if anybody wants dessert, come over.
Okay. That's our menu mystery. Any thoughts?
All right. Well, first, one of my first things is why the wild rice stuffing versus the bread stuffing?
Oh, because it was for sale through Red Fire Farm, and it sounded good, so.
Now.
And it was $10 a pound, so we got a pound of it.
Yeah. And isn't wild rice, which isn't actually a rice, it's a grass, isn't it indigenous to North America? Does anybody know?
Don't know. So there's a new...
In my mind, it's a way to pay tribute to the indigenous people that Europeans slaughtered by eating wild rice stuffing.
Better than eating bread stuffing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
A bunch of fat, pasty Europeans and their goddamn bread.
I mean, I do enjoy like a traditional like bag of stuffing and like it's delicious, but
you like stuffing.
We're going to try this.
Okay.
So anyways, what are you going to have? Do you know?
Mr. E.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. So I'm going to go home to my parents' house.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I was informed the other day that, when I show up, I'm immediately on pie duty.
Duty?
Now, I want to say something. Your parents are very intelligent people. Mr. E is a baker of much acclaim.
Mm-hmm.
He is an accomplished, what do you call the people who bake?
A baker.
He's an accomplished baker.
A patisserie.
Yes.
A pastry chef.
A pastry chef. Yes, thank you. He's an accomplished pastry chef, a wizard of the sweets, a maestro of muffins, a
cupcake
captain.
That's a good name for him, Captain
Captain Cupcake.
Captain Cupcake.
So I applaud your parents in this decision to immediately put you on pie duty. Now continue your story, please.
Sure. Let's see. And as my mom is obsessed with kitchen gadgets of late, like the newest and greatest she's got to have. So this year's turkey is going to be done in the Instant Pot.
Oh, I was just going to ask you if the pie was going to be done in the Instant Pot.
No.
The turkey.
I am surprisingly traditional about certain things, and so pies would certainly fall into that category for me.
Okay,
that's exciting.
But the turkey will be done in the Instant Pot.
Nice.
So,
now,
yeah.
I am gonna test your claim that you're traditional about pie making. How do you? I'm gonna ask you a question. How do you cool your pies?
How do I cool my pie?
Yes.
Well, you mean like, do I put it out on the windowsill? Is that what you're asking?
You answer the question, Mr. E. I ask the questions. You answer them.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I leave them out, to get slightly, cool. They can stay out for a while.
Now, do you cool them on the windowsill?
No, I've never done it on a windowsill.
No.
But just usually out on the counter.
All right, so you're a neo-traditional pie maker.
Oh my Jesus. Okay. What else?
Well, I'm not like a pie maker in the 1800s out in the New Yukon territory.
You made the claim you were a traditional pie maker.
Oh my God. Now, the real question, sorry, that's not related to you.
Go on, Stomping Jen.
Or us, is do you think we made microphones famous French meat pie list this year?
Now, our friend Microphone and Fanny Smellsmore. Our friends Fanny Smellsmore and Microphone make meat pies every year.
To be clear, it's Microphone's
Oh, Microphone
project.
makes
it's like
the meat
all
pies.
Him. He has a whole process
Now,
he does every year.
I did notice, Stomping Jen, you asked the question on social media, and it went unanswered.
He did not answer me, so now I'm nervous. We didn't make the cut. We only made the cut 2 years in a row, and then I think we dropped off the.
No.
Wait, is Microphone the one with the beard?
No.
No.
Okay.
Microphone's the one who lays there on the couch and occasionally goes.
Okay.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah,
No.
I remember one year he made 11 pies.
Yeah, he made a ton of them.
Yeah, I think that might have been the last year that I got one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
but last year my mom made one.
She did?
Based on the recipe. Oh yeah, based on the recipe. Did it come
out the same recipe?
It was a little bit more heavy on the potatoes. I think she took a little Irish home, traditional license with it.
Mm-hmm. You know what?
We got a little bit more potato, but it was delicious.
I think I like the way your mother operates, Mr. E. I would rather have a little. I think I would rather have a little more potato than too much meat.
I don't know. Those French meat pies are amazing.
No, potatoes will fill you up, and you won't overeat.
Oh my God.
The pie.
You have crazy food rules. Let's move on. All right. What else? Instant Pot turkey.
Turkey. There'll be. Let's see, butternut squash.
Sounds good.
There'll be stuffing, sweet potato casserole.
Oh, that sounds real good. Will there be marshmallows on it?
Do you want me to make that?
Oh yeah, my mom makes it. It's got she does a Rice Krispie and brown sugar kind of topping on it, and then puts on the marshmallow.
You know what?
That sounds
troop
good.
In the car and go to
We're going to Mr. E's house. Fuck the wild rice stuffing.
Can we get an invite?
Yeah, we're going to Mr. E's.
Can we bring my brother?
All right. Well, this sounds like a good meal.
Wait, what else?
What about for dessert?
Oh, well, there'll be pie.
What kind of pie?
Oh, you're making the pies.
Yeah,
That's right.
kind of
You're
pie?
making the pies.
Yeah.
Are you going to have 4 desserts or just one, like a normal person?
No, well, I know there'll be apple pie, pecan pie. My dad will make the pumpkin pie because he makes
3
that.
pies.
And my mom really likes the way that he makes it. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know. We'll inevitably make something else. I would be surprised if my mom hasn't made something on Wednesday, and there's like some other dessert beforehand, like a pre-dessert. Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people will be at your table this year?
4.
4. Okay.
Including you, Mystery.
Including me.
Okay.
Yes.
Nice.
Sounds like a good number.
Nice.
It sounds like an appropriate amount of pies.
A pie for each person.
Yeah.
1 pie per person, and that's how you know you're doing Thanksgiving right.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
well,
I do know though that the stuffing is going to be done in like muffin tins this year.
Oh, I've seen that
Opposed to
before.
the
That's
baking
pretty
dish.
smart.
I like that.
Remember that one year when we were first together and I made chestnut stuffing?
Yeah, at my parents' house.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Or was that when we made the
No,
goose?
It was 100% at your parents' house.
Yeah.
The chestnut stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
It was so good.
Yeah, that was good. Chestnut stuffing.
Chestnuts.
Okay.
Anyways.
All right. Well, I think we all have solid Thanksgiving meal plans.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yep.
Yes.
We will say to you, please travel safely, Mr. E.
I will.
Are you
Okay.
staying up there all weekend?
No.
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 You'll stay there Thanksgiving evening, though.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We want to make sure. I don't think I've ever gone to a Thanksgiving dinner and then left on that evening. Like, I've always stayed wherever I've been.
Yeah.
You haven't ever done a Thanksgiving dine and dash?
No, never. Is that a thing? Is that like going to a restaurant and screwing them?
Well, that's what dine and dash is like, yeah, leaving without paying
Yeah.
the bill. But it was the first thing that came to mind in this circumstance.
I've never done a dine and dash ever in my life.
We used to travel to my grandparents in Queens, and then we would go home after. We didn't stay there.
Oh, you didn't stay?
Mm-mm. And we would drive
Yeah.
to Queens from New Jersey.
Okay.
And we would listen to Alice's restaurant.
That's cute.
That was like a tradition.
Yeah.
We'd watch the parade at home. And we'd go. Anyways.
Okay. Mystery, just so you know, I'm repeatedly hitting a turkey sound effect. I know you can't hear it, and I apologize. Just so you know.
Yeah,
In between people speaking.
When you listen to
Okay.
Because this
to
is the
playback.
Thanksgiving episode. Now, we're going to transition into the part of the show where Stomping Jen talks about what we did last evening,
Last evening.
which was attend the Jonas Brothers concert in
Yeah.
Boston, Massachusetts. What is the name of the tour, Stomping Jen?
The Happiness Begins tour. But I will say,
Now, you take it away, Stomping Jen.
no, so what I really like, okay, so without really, we have a family friend who
Has a family connection
has a family
to the
connection
Jonases.
to the Jonas Brothers. So we were able to get backstage passes and things like that. So
And I just want to say, thank you, friend. We
Thank
love you
you.
Dearly. This
Yeah.
was an incredible experience.
yeah,
Now, Mr. E, we're not saying, we know
Yeah.
how much you love the Jonas Brothers. So we're not saying this to make you feel badly.
yeah. We're just talking about the experience.
We're just trying to express gratitude to our
Yes.
friend.
So
Now go on, Stomping Jen.
So, sorry. So, oh gosh, so much happened. So, we weren't sure we were even going to go, but Space Unicorn really wanted to go.
Should I
And
play some music during this?
what kind of music?
As you're telling this tale? I'll find something. Go ahead. Keep talking.
No, you don't need to play any music. We just
No?
can talk to each other.
All right, go ahead.
So, anyways, she really wanted to go. So, it was like late. It's a Sunday. It's a late evening concert. We knew it was going to be a late night. Plus, we had just gone to Tool on Thursday, and we had a long weekend. So, anyways, we decided to go. Oh God, so many things happened. So we went to our friend's house and we followed her in her car. It was a whole group of us that went
to the TD Bank Arena in downtown Boston.
TD Bank Garden, downtown Boston. Yeah. So our friend lives in Massachusetts, so it's about 20 minutes when there's no traffic. So anyways, we get in the car and her husband came with us, and so she was driving the car, and she's got sort of a lead foot. And so before we got in the car, Sawtooth had some scotch.
Some scotch. Drank about a quarter bottle in about 15 minutes.
So I had to drive. So I had our friend's husband and Sawtooth screaming at me the whole ride from Newton to TD Garden.
You should have driven faster.
To drive faster.
Everyone agreed.
And to stay closer to the car, and that I wasn't driving fast enough, and I should run lights, and it was ridiculous because I had no idea where I was going. And if you've ever driven in Boston, it is not an easy city to navigate. So anyways, I'm doing my best with my children in the car, and my children are picking up on this whole thing, and they're all yelling at me, keep up, keep up, keep up. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. Anyways, we get to the garden, and so we thought we were going to park in the garage, but no, we didn't park in the garage.
We ended up parking out back
by the
tour buses, like right in front of the tour buses.
Literally blocking in the tour
Blocking
buses.
all of the tour buses.
It was ridiculous.
The security guy came out and made us park there.
Did you just put a pen inside?
Go on, keep.
So, anyways,
telling the story.
So Sawtooth, Mr. Scotchman over here, was like, "Oh, just go with it. Just go with it. Come on, just go with it." But I know that he's talked about his anxiety here on this podcast before, so I knew this was going to be a disaster of sorts. That we were parking in the back area by the tour buses. But anyways, just go with it.
I went with it for a while.
You did for a little while.
Yeah.
All right. So, anyways, then we went to the backstage area. Somehow gets separated into two groups. So half the group went in the building one way, and half of the group went in the building another way. I don't understand why that happened, but it did. And then we were in some like weird green room area, but it was white. It wasn't green.
We were backstage in the family room.
In the family room
for the Jonas Brothers.
For the It's like crazy that we're saying it. Of course, there's like booze. There's their Villa One tequila, which was delicious, by the way.
Buy Villa One tequila,
it
people.
It is actually quite good.
Nick Jonas makes a good tequila.
Yeah. And there was all sorts of drinks, and there was like Skittles and Oreos and tortilla chips, and there was just a whole mess of junk food. So of course, Space Unicorn was like opening up all the Skittles and devouring them right away. So then what happened?
The Jonases came in and out. And said hi to everybody. They were really, really nice and incredibly gracious and really cool people.
I will just say, so Space Unicorn and I were kind of hanging out in the hallway because she really wanted to meet the opener, who was
BB Rexa.
And so we were trying to negotiate that somehow, and I just kept saying, like, just ask. Like, we didn't know who to ask, but we were trying to make it happen for her. So we were kind of like hanging out in the hallway, and when they finished their dress rehearsal, the Jonas Brothers like came out. And they were so sweet. They like shook everybody's hand. They said hello, and they shook like my hand, and then they like Space Unicorn was standing right next to me, and they would like stoop down. Like, they were so sweet. They like stooped down to her, and they were like, "Hi," and they like, she was so cute. It was the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, they were really nice.
They were so nice and sweet to her. I mean, not just to her, to
and then,
everybody.
Yeah, well, then Nick came into the room where I was.
Yeah,
and what's funny is Nick met Ted last spring.
No, it was in July. It wasn't.
Well, in July. Okay, but still, I would imagine Nick meets thousands of people.
I'm sure he meets
a month,
hundreds, thousands. Yes.
But he stopped and said to Ted, like, "Oh, I remember meeting you and talking to you about magic."
Yeah.
I mean, what a memory and what a capability to connect with people.
Mm-hmm.
That was really cool.
Well,
yeah.
That
Go
is
ahead,
why
Mr. E.
Nick is the best of the Jonas Brothers. That's just one of the reasons why Nick is the best.
Yeah.
It actually almost blew me out of my shoes.
What, that you remember
that he
him?
was able to like really connect on that level. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun. And then you know, when he like went to go change the Nick, and then he came back, and then Space Unicorn was super cute. She's like, "Can I get your autograph?" And he like signed it, but it was like he couldn't hear her when she spelled her name because she spelled it like super, super fast. So he screwed it up. So then he signed it twice for her. She had like a little book with her. Super cute.
Yeah.
Anyways, we did not get to meet BB Rexa, but then there was like all sorts of confusion because we had children. I'm 100% certain that this is the deal.
Yeah. Well, there was a bar area to see the show from.
Right.
Which half of the group who didn't have children went to, and then there was a
box on the 6th floor,
like a real and
like the executive suites at
the
TV
executive
Garden.
suites, yeah, and that's where we ended up, and it was amazing. They had food, they had free non-alcoholic drinks, and you get a really great view of the show, a private bathroom.
Yeah, but before that, we got to go to the Villa One tasting lounge.
Yeah,
and the best part is we went and did a meet and greet. So like we got to cut the whole line of like people waiting to like take pictures with the Jonas Brothers. Like the security guards were like our best friends, and they like took us, and we took like a huge group photo of all the people that we were with the Jonas Brothers. And that was kind of fun. And then we went to Tequila Land for a while.
So we went to the Villa One Lounge.
The Villa One Lounge.
I got like 3 drinks.
There was no celebrities. There was lots of drinking. But we were without our children. And then...
we had no idea where they were or what they were doing.
We had no idea where they were. So finally we got a text message. And they were like, you need to give the tickets that we were in possession of to the children so they could get into the box. So we left the Villa One Tequila Lounge, and we went up to the box. And that was fun. And we got to see the concert.
Yeah, which was really great.
Which was amazing. I mean, I don't know a lot of Jonas Brothers music.
No, but the cool thing was they did a live broadcast to the American Music Awards. I was talking to my therapist today. I was telling him about going to the concert. Mm-hmm. He's like, wait, but how? Because they were on the American Music Awards.
Yeah, they did a live broadcast.
That's what I told him. He's like, oh, okay. He's like, so you were there.
Wait, so he was watching American Music Awards.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was...
Anyways, I was telling him this story about how great I am at being present and just letting go and doing things.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, you were okay, except for the fact that at some point...
At some point...
The security guard... we got a phone call before Jonas Brothers came on, and they were like, you need to move your car.
So Jen just went.
So I went down. I didn't know how to get out of the garden and get back in. So it was like kind of weird, but I was like, all right. So I went down. I found some security people. I'm like, I have to go move my car. I'm in the backstage area. They're like, okay. I'm like, they're like, just come back in this way. So like I went out to the cars and I saw the other people we had parked with. And so moved the car, and then the security guard, this very nice man named he was very sweet and he's very nice.
You can say his name here?
I mean, he's not going to listen to this.
Okay.
Let's be real. So Mr. he was super sweet, and then he took the keys. He's like, they're probably going to need to move the car again. So I'm like, all right, because how are we going to get out of there? We needed him. So I gave him the keys, and then he like helped me back up to the box. And so Sawtooth was like, you gave him the keys? I'm like, what else was I gonna do? Like, I gave him the keys, yes. Oh, it was crazy.
Yeah, that was my only moment of kind of losing it a little bit.
Yeah, you were a little angry.
But I reeled it back in quickly.
You did.
Yeah.
So
I used my tools.
Yeah. So it was about really close to the end. So the Jonas Brothers were amazing. They like went from one stage to the platform where all of the rest of our party was, and they were on some other stage that was like round, and it like lifted up into the air.
Yeah.
And it turned.
Then towards the end of the concert, we got a text that we could come down to the bar stage.
Right. So we went down to the bar area at the end, and we got to see the finale like down from the bar area. Land One. What was the name of it? Lane.
Oh,
One,
I don't know.
Lane One.
Whatever.
Platform bar or whatever. And we were all together for that, but that was super fun. But then that was it. We never saw the Jonas Brothers again. We were stuck in the parking area.
Well, we all were quickly right after the lights came on. We were ushered out to the cars.
Yeah, and they were like, "Here you go.
Yeah.
See ya later."
It was super fun. So again, thank you to all involved.
Yeah, yeah.
We had a great time.
Mystery, you like the Jonas Brothers?
Yes, and I am like listening to this story, and I'm regretting all my choices about yesterday.
It was fun. We had a good time.
If you had said that you got like a goodbye hug from Nick Jonas, I was going to scream and I don't know, I was going to go ballistic.
No, we never saw them again.
No, we didn't see them after they performed.
No.
What's interesting is, I saw they had posted on the door their itinerary for the day.
Yeah. They had to leave at 2 a.m. and they were driving
to Canada.
And
I immediately said to myself, I'm glad I am not in show business.
Yeah.
These people work so friggin' hard.
They really do. And they also have like a huge logistical management team behind them.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like they're just like a well-oiled machine in the backstage area.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It was a lot of fun. Yeah. A once in a lifetime experience.
Sorry, Mr. E.
Stomping Jen is.
I invited him.
Okay. Well, listen.
I'm glad you all had a good time.
Next time you're definitely gonna come. It was super fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we got home. It was like after.
Will there be a next time after telling this story on the podcast?
Yeah, who's gonna listen to this?
Well, I gave all the Jonases my podcast business card.
Listen, they were super nice.
I didn't give them my business card, by the way.
But it doesn't matter because they just were super genuine people, and
Yes.
Like we're like 6 degrees of separation right now, or maybe like 2 degrees of separation.
6 degrees.
6 degrees. I mean, let's be realistic. So
yeah, but it was fun. So, anyways, that's the story of the Jonas Brothers concert.
Jonas Brothers concert, and we can't play any clips because Mr. E's on the phone, but we do have some clips.
Yeah, we don't need to play those. Everybody knows what they sound like.
I'm a sucker. Oh wait, that was the one thing I do like. So I still have my VIP.
Oh, you're still wearing that?
Yeah. But I just want to point out it's super cute because they were at TD Garden back in August.
Yeah.
Or September. I don't know. They were only a few months ago. They were in TD Garden, so it was all about the return of the Jonai.
Oh.
So it's like really cute because it says sucker on the top, like where it would say Star Wars, and then it says Return of the Jonai.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it's super cute.
Oh, that's so funny.
You didn't notice that?
Well, Ted was walking around being a punk talking about the Jonai.
The Jonai.
And I was like, shut the fuck up.
Look, read what it says.
Yeah, no, I was like, you're gonna piss them off.
No, that's what they wrote. And like the TD Garden people were super nice. They had a huge banner that said "Welcome back."
Yeah,
we're happy to have you.
Yeah,
it's super sweet.
It was cool.
All
right.
Thank you to
all right, so
the people.
All right, Stomping Jen. Let's get through the rest of this really quick. We got some. I want to keep these to an hour, and we're already an hour and 3 minutes.
Okay, so Mr. E, if you're here on Saturday, Belchertown is having a huge event, and you're invited.
Belchertown, Massachusetts.
Yep. On November 30th, 2019, on the Common, there is a huge event, Winter Light Night event.
This episode's going to release on the Wednesday before that, so some of you will hear this.
Yeah.
So go to that event.
Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
It's going to be super fun. It's going to be like a Hallmark movie on the Common.
Sawtooth Frank, me will be volunteering.
Yeah, did you sign up?
Not yet. I saw the link.
Sign up. Okay. The only other thing I want to mention in the news and the shout out thing is that when I went to move laundry around today, a giant insect fell out of the dryer.
It was a cicada.
We think it was a cicada.
Yeah. And then the dog ate it when you were napping.
Mr. E, has this ever happened to you? Have you ever opened up the dryer and like a giant exoskeleton falls out? practically into your life. I literally thought it was like Ted's like fake insect prank thing. And then I very quickly realized it was a real skeleton of some giant insect. And I brought it up to him and I said, "What is this?" And he insisted it was a water scorpion. And I'm like, "What the fuck is a water scorpion?"
Well, the dog ate it.
And then the dog ate it.
So that's cool. Didn't she eat half of it and spit the rest out?
She ate half of it, and then I ran downstairs and I said, "Drop it." And
Yeah.
she very reluctantly dropped it, and then I picked it up with a paper towel and I threw it in the garbage.
Could it have been a giant mutant cricket?
I thought it was a Madagascar hissing cockroach because we just had a whole conversation about it. And I was like, "Ted, it came out of your laundry. What were you doing?"
Maybe it was a giant Polynesian Thanksgiving roach.
I don't know what it was. It was nuts. Mystery, this hasn't happened to you?
This has never happened to me. No.
No. You've never opened up your laundry and found a dried insect in your stinkables.
No.
He's like horrified. He's like, "I'm never coming to your house again."
Yeah. Or on your podcast again.
He's like, "What did
Oh,
I get
boy.
myself into?"
Poor Mystery.
If the British porn doesn't keep me away, nothing will keep me away
Oh
from the
my
podcast.
god.
Oh, that episode was well received by our
Yeah,
fans, by the
people
way. I got
loved
lots
it.
of feedback. They loved it. They loved you, Mystery.
They did love you.
Oh, well, that's always nice.
Yes. All right, should we go into our list?
Yes.
All right, Mystery, I regret to inform you, you're not going to hear this list music. Now, you're familiar with the list music, I'm sure. You know what it sounds like because you listen to the podcast. Liar.
Religiously.
Liar. Okay, I'm going to play it right now, and then we're going to read our lists. Did we talk about my poem earlier? I feel like we did. Okay, we can skip that.
Yes.
Okay, here's the list bumper. Now, you hang tight, Mystery.
It's a pretty long list. Pretty long list.
Now,
And
we are departing from the normal list that we do, which is from the 52 lists for happiness, and we're doing, because it's Thanksgiving week, the things we are thankful for.
And you wrote top 10 things, and you...
Well, listen, I made a mistake, Stomping Jen.
Just like when you write a poem, it turns into a 10-page saga.
Listen, as perfect as I appear to you and others, I make mistakes from time to time.
I think the real thing
Go on.
here is that you're a writer and I'm not a writer.
You have different talents, though.
Yes. I'm not saying that in any way other than yes.
Okay. Now, Stomping Jen,
Yeah.
you are going to read your list first. What are you thankful for? Now, did you give Mr. E a heads up that we would be doing this list?
I did, but I didn't have an opportunity to actually write a list.
All right. Well,
I will do it off the top of my
free
head.
ball it, baby.
Okay, I am thankful for...
Mr. E, you better free ball it too. Let's go.
I'm thankful for my family.
Get your balls out, Stomping Jen. You're thankful for your family.
I'm thankful for all of my friends.
Okay. Family, friends.
I'm thankful that we
More stuff about me, please. Go on.
have a home and the ability to provide for our family.
Okay. Go on. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good list.
I'm thankful that I have work, volunteer, and paid.
Yeah, you're self-employed.
Yeah.
You're a fucking beast.
Mr. E is also.
Yeah, you guys are beasts.
Mm-hmm.
You're not relying on anybody.
That's right. We're free flowing it.
Free balling it.
Free.
You got your nuts out on the table and you're like, give me business.
I'm thankful for entertainment, music, and movies and books and TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Great job. You get the turkey seal of approval. Mystery.
Yes.
I'm going to go to you now. I am going to ask you, this Thanksgiving holiday, what are you thankful for, Mr. E?
Okay, so I split mine into serious and then kind of ridiculous things.
Oh, very creative.
I wasn't sure how the vibe was going to go, but
okay.
All right. So the serious ones first. So I'm thankful for my family. I'm thankful for my family and friends. I think I lucked out on both of those fronts, so I'm really glad about that. Thankful for my health.
Oh yes.
I'm thankful that
you seem very healthy. Can I just comment? You seem very healthy. No, you've got a good physique.
Thank you.
Whoa, what was that?
No,
I just heard a noise. That was weird. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
That was my physique.
Yes, I was complimenting your physique. Go on.
You have a very nice physique.
Yeah, you seem healthy on the outside. Go ahead.
Yes, and now, listeners, I am beet red. So, I'm thankful that I stuck with the gym in a better diet for long enough to see changes happen and to keep myself going on it. So, I stuck with it for long enough to start seeing results, and that encouraged me. Those results encouraged me to keep going, and so I finally got over that hump of and then just going for the gallon of ice cream. I just stuck with it.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
So I'm thankful for that.
Yep.
And I'm thankful that I'm still able to try new things, even if it makes me really anxious.
I can see that.
So I'm glad I'm still able to try those new things. I am thankful that we all like British porn. That was easier than some other things. But, sometimes it's easier to a little chitty bang bang, and you're all that. Which is an actual British movie,
Oh yeah,
I like that.
I thought of all of these afterwards. I was like, "Oh, Mary Poppers! Oh, hi, chitty bang bang! Oh, yeah." Afterwards, of course. But now I managed to work them in, so that was not wasted effort. I'm thankful that 2019 is coming up to an end.
Yeah,
and I am thankful that I have the belief that 2020 will be epic.
It will be.
It will be.
I predict it will be epic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then my ridiculous kind of, crazy things are, I'm grateful for a nice king bed.
King beds are the best.
Yes. I'm grateful thankful for Indian buffet that I live so close to it.
Oh yeah.
I am thankful for the Bueno Korean barbecue tacos.
Those are delicious.
All right, listen. You've made a lot of progress on that physique. Go easy on the buffets there, Mr. E. Go on.
That's a good reward after you work out.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
All right. My last one on there was coffee.
Oh, coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, Stomping Jen.
Yes.
And Mr. E. You will not be surprised, probably, to see that I have many of the same things on my list.
Okay. So you should just read the things that we haven't mentioned.
I will read everything on
my
list.
God.
Okay? Because this is my show. It's about me. All right, you ready? These are the things that Sawtooth Frank is thankful for. You, Stomping Jen.
Aww.
I'm thankful for you.
Aww.
I am thankful for our children and other family. Okay, I'm going to play the turkey sound here.
Why?
It's the sound of approval for this episode.
Oh, okay.
I am thankful for friends like you, Mr. E.
Oh.
I got 2 ahs. I am succeeding. Okay, I am thankful for my health. Yeah. It's not perfect, but listen, I can get up in the morning. I can do things. I can be present. I can engage. So... listen, I'm still here.
#winning.
Yep. Okay. I'm thankful for supportive colleagues at work. I'm thankful for spell check.
That's a good thing to be thankful for.
Yep. I'm thankful for podcasts. I love podcasts.
I know you do.
I'm thankful for therapy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm thankful for Elon Musk.
You're going to get a Tesla truck?
I like looking at his inventions and the things he's creating.
Okay.
Okay. That gives me hope for the future, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like half joking about that. I'm like actually thankful there's a modern, innovative thinker out there who has the potential to change the world in the direction of better rather than worse.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thankful for whiskey, coffee, medical cannabis.
Ice cream.
Hey, you had a chance to read your fucking list. Don't try to piggyback on mine.
British porn.
I'm thankful for pets. I'm thankful that I have a home.
Yeah.
I'm thankful for the people around me who are smarter than me and help me.
Like me.
Like you. And I'm thankful finally for naps.
Naps.
That was my list.
Oh, you just threw it at me.
Those are all the things I'm thankful for.
Abuse, he threw it at me.
Okay. That's it. All right. Do you want to quickly tell people how we're entertaining ourselves? Mystery, are you entertaining yourselves these days?
Am I entertaining
Yes.
myself?
Are you doing things to entertain yourself?
Besides
British porn. I know you've taken a dog leg as of late. All right, we're gonna jump into this segment. Hold tight, Mystery. More music. 1 second.
Hey,
This is the How Are We Entertaining Ourselves music.
really? That pillow is better than me?
Okay. Stomping Jen,
Yeah.
I have 2 things on here
Yeah.
that we watched in the last week that I think it's worth mentioning.
Okay.
One was a movie on HBO that we watched called The Miseducation of Cameron Post. Do you want to talk about that?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I will
Jen.
talk about that. So, this was a story about a high school girl who is raised in a Christian household and is caught having an affair with a friend, a girlfriend,
Yep.
and gets sent to a conversion therapy camp.
Yeah.
I think it takes place in like the
Early 90s.
Yeah, something.
Early 90s.
Hijinks ensue.
I wouldn't quite call it hijinks. I'd call it
It was a serious movie. I mean,
existential torture for the poor character.
It was a brief movie. I mean, it wasn't short, but it was just like,
Right.
like a snapshot into that
Yeah.
whole thing. And it was disturbing. And
Yeah. But excellently done
Yes.
movie.
Yes.
Yeah, highly recommend it. Have you seen it, Mystery, by any chance?
I have not.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah, and I've listened to some interviews from the woman who wrote the movie
Yeah.
on Fresh Air
Yeah.
on NPR.
Mm-hmm.
I forget her name, but if you have not listened to those, go find them. They're really good.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the Miseducation of Cameron Post. We saw that last week and we really liked it. So I wanted
I don't know when we had time, but apparently
I don't know. I just
we
wanted to
watched
mention
it.
it and recommend it to people.
Yeah, it was good.
I
It was
really
good.
enjoyed it.
Mhm.
And then finally we saw Frozen 2.
Frozen 2. Not to be confused with Frozen 1.
Yeah. What did you think?
So it was not as heart-wrenching as the first one.
You
for
did
me.
cry though.
I cried at parts, but I found that the music was like it was trying to build off of the success of the original movie soundtrack, and it didn't quite hit some of those. It didn't reach the same levels. The story felt a little rushed. The plot felt a little confusing.
Let me help you here. What you're trying to say, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, please, is that they tried to have another Let It Go.
Right, and they didn't.
Let it go,
So,
let it go. I like ice, I like snow. Let it go,
The
let it
highlight
go,
of
let
the
it
movie,
go.
though, I don't know if this is a spoiler warning, but
Go ahead.
Kristoff, one of the main characters.
Hold on. Spoiler warning.
I just said that.
Go ahead.
Mystery, did you hear me say that?
I did hear you say that.
You said I don't know if it's a spoiler warning.
It is clearly a spoiler warning.
Go on.
So, Christoph has a whole song he gets to sing all by himself, a solo, if you will.
Oh, it's brilliant. It's done in the 80s style of Peter Cetera.
It's like
Mystery.
a rock ballad.
Do you know that?
Like a rock. Like a musical video, basically.
What is that? What is that called?
What?
Peter, I am a man who will fight for your honor.
Glory of Love.
Glory of Love. Do you know that song? I am a man who will fight for your honor. I am the hero that you've been dreaming of. We're gonna live forever, knowing together that we did it all for the glory of love.
Do you know what song that's from, Mystery?
What movie you mean?
Yeah. It's Karate Kid 2.
Karate Kid Part 2.
Part 2. Not the first one. It's Part 2.
I think I get credit for that.
You do.
You do. But for me, that was a highlight of the movie.
I'll be the hero.
I did
You've been dreaming.
cry maybe 2 or 3 times.
Another spoiler warning.
Yeah.
There's an extended death scene where Olaf dies.
Oh my god, that's a total spoiler.
I just said spoiler.
Okay, so there is, of course, Elsa, Let It Go, of Let It Go fame, has one song.
She has
No, sorry.
2 songs.
She has more than one song, but the pinnacle song, that one made me cry.
What made you cry about it?
Because it was all about finding yourself.
Finding yourself.
Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways, it was okay. If you don't feel like if it's sold out in the theaters where it's playing by you, don't feel rushed.
I recommend it. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. I mean,
Now,
it wasn't.
One criticism I had of it is that I feel the movie took a back step on its kind of feminist ideals because Anna gets into a situation where she ends up having to be rescued by the male character, Christoph.
Well, I mean...
Mystery, did you see the first Frozen?
I did not.
Okay. All right. Well, one of the reasons that movie is celebrated is because it had some, what I would call some feminist sensibilities. Like none of the female characters had to be rescued or relied upon any of the male protagonists.
Yeah.
In fact, they did some things in there that were like, no, we don't need you, your balls and your dicks. We're women. We have power.
Oh, my God.
Right? So, in this movie, I feel like they took a back step on that.
You think so?
That's one small point of criticism I have about the movie.
All right.
And maybe it's not small. I don't know.
I didn't think it was very hero or male hero centric at all.
Well, except for the part where the male hero comes in and saves the female hero from dying.
Well, because she literally fell off a cliff. I think that's okay. But I read a whole article about how the song that we were just referring to is all about how traditionally women sit there and pine over men. And this was the opposite. It was a man pining over a woman.
Huh. That's like me and you.
Oh
I pine over you constantly.
Oh, my Jesus.
Mystery. I spend most of my free time pining over Stomping Jen.
I believe it.
Mystery is like, I don't know what the fuck.
Yeah, he's backing slowly out of this room.
He's like Homer.
It's very uncomfortable right now.
Fading into the bush.
All right, listen, Mystery.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. Sorry. Before we do that, I want to say there's some other things we're still watching and we recommend to people.
Silicon Valley.
Silicon Valley.
The Watchmen.
The Walking Dead season 10, which we're going to go and watch right now.
Are we going to watch that
over
all this other stuff?
Yeah.
Huh.
Survivor, Island of the Idols.
That's pretty good.
Star Trek Discovery. We have two more episodes left in season 1.
one.
No spoilers, Mystery. You stop it.
I know.
Oh wait! Oh, like no spoilers, like you just did for Frozen 2.
How dare you? I gave spoiler warnings.
All right, so I'm gonna say no spoilers, and then I'm gonna say what happened.
Mute. I'm muting his mic right now. Okay, Mystery. Listen.
I will also say that I just finished reading the Compendium 4 of The Walking Dead. The graphic
Yeah. Did you
novel.
like it?
Yeah, it was good.
Okay, I'm gonna read it next.
Ooh, I have something to recommend for people.
Oh, please, Mystery.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
I have something to contribute. So it's this series that was recommended to me on it's on Netflix. It's called Atypical.
Atypical.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
What's it about?
It's about this kid who he is on the autism spectrum, and that's where it kind of like it takes its lead from that, him trying to explore new things and become more independent. But then you start seeing the same kind of themes ripple throughout the rest of his family and then his friends. And it's really, I think, very smartly done, and it's a very sweet and very just like a thoughtful show. And it's just really well done, and like the acting is really amazing. Michael Rappaport plays the dad. He's really good in that role.
Oh, really?
And they do a nice job of focusing on different people in it, but they always kind of bring it back to the main point of the shows. And it's really smartly done. It's very sweet, and I just like how it's bringing awareness to with some folks with different spots in the autism spectrum, what they deal with, what the families deal with, and how they just kind of like move about and go about their day, and how they handle things. Yeah. All
right, we'll give it a shot. Are they
really good?
Are they half-hour episodes or hour-long episodes?
I think they're closer to I think they're like 45 minutes or so each. There's 3 seasons.
Okay.
Oh wow, 3 seasons.
All right, we'll check it out.
But I went through it in like 4 days.
Mr. E recommending a show. Thank you.
Yeah.
Atypical, everyone. And listen, there are few people we hold in higher regard than Mr. E. So we say to our listeners,
Atypical.
Follow his recommendation.
Yes.
It comes endorsed by the Soft Serve podcast. And enjoy his recommendation. Okay.
Okay.
Now is the part where we must say goodbye, Mr. E.
Wait,
now,
goodbye,
do you have anything else you want to talk about? Anything happen to you?
No, that was it.
I just played the sound of disapproval to Stomping Jen, Mr. E. She should have asked you. She should have asked you earlier what was going on in your life, but it is too late for that now.
You're the host. I'm trying to be
Incorrect. I am a co-host. We are equal partners. You don't need a man to tell you when Mr. E can contribute.
Oh.
Mr. E.
Now I am backing away.
Yeah.
Slowly walking out of the room. Mr. E. Thank you for joining us again. You've once again added some levity. You've added some humor. And people are tired of just listening to me and Stomping Jen. They want variety.
Yeah.
Now, if I can...
They're going to start turning in for the Mystery Corner, so,
yes.
I am going to develop a bumper for the Mystery Corner.
He's going to be in contact with you.
And if I can figure out how to do conference calling, maybe we'll have multiple guests on the next episode. Okay?
Nice.
All right, Mr. E. Thank you
sir.
for joining us.
Thank you.
We love you. Have a happy Thanksgiving. And have a great rest of your evening. And we will talk to you later.
Yeah, we'll be in
We will see you on a future Soft Serve podcast and in person.
Hopefully. Soon.
All right. Thank you both very much.
Goodbye, Mr.
Good night,
E.
fair listeners.
Thank you.
Good night.
Adios.
Good night, Mr. E.
Okay. Well, that was fun.
Oh, my God.
We love Mr. E.
Play some Jonas Brothers.
No, we're going out.
Take us out with some Jonas Brothers.
No, I'm taking us out on my music. I don't take us out on Jonas. I guess I could do both. A little bit of both.
Put the last...
Will they sue us, though?
No, why would they?
Because we're playing their friggin' music on our podcast. Here's some Jonas Brothers, okay? I like the tone of their music.
It's very poppy.
Yeah.
I will say it was a very entertaining concert.
Yeah. It was awesome. I think I'm into the Jonas Brothers now.
Yeah, are you gonna...
All right, people, look. I want to say one last thing to you all. Okay? Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you're listening to this after Thanksgiving, which you might be, I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I hope you've enjoyed the Thanksgiving show. I love you. I don't know about Stomping Jen.
I love you.
I appreciate every single one of you as listeners. I hope you will recommend our show to a friend. I hope you'll subscribe, download, leave us a review. We love you.
Thank you.
Anything else you want to say, Stomping Jen, as I
Thank
bring
you.
us out?
No.
Okay.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. America knows that this world of ours, ever growing smaller, must avoid becoming a community of dreadful fear and hate. Those who have freedom will understand also its heavy responsibility. That all who are insensitive to the needs of others will learn charity, and that the sources, scourges of poverty, disease, and ignorance will be made disappear from the earth. And that in the goodness of time, all peoples will come to live together in a peace guaranteed